move up. Keep this open space here. But if you can fill in the couch seats and the seats behind the couch, that'd be great. While you guys do that, I'll ask a question. Has anybody in this room ever wanted to do something that was impossible? I feel like as performers, actually that's fine. That's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll figure it out. I'm a guy that, and some people know me, that likes to do the impossible. And I've been seeing a lot of things on like TV screens and all these people that have these magical powers. And I wondered if I can do the same things, like when Charles Xavier does things with his mind, like if I can just bend metal just by thinking. Then I realized I couldn't do it. So I have a better way of doing the same thing. Miss Kitar, can I have you help me with something? What was your name again? I'm sorry. Angelique? Angelique. Angelique. I like that. Give her a round of applause. You can join me up here. Because instead of manipulating metal, raise this microphone, I want to manipulate metal that is art. So I drew a spoon, which is why I had you guys move up. It's hard to see in the back. Cameras, do you have this? You got it? Okay, cool. Now you see it? I want you to take the pen and just sign it across the bowl. This proves that no matter what, at this point, this spoon is yours and yours only. Everybody see this? Again, do the cameras have it? Cameras? Okay. I'm going to take the pen back. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this face down because what I want to have happen is you to imagine what happens next, okay? So hold your hand out. I'm going to go ahead and take the thing that you oh, I took two. Make sure that should be fine. I hope that's the right one because this would be horrible if it's not. Put your hand on top and then step down in that area there. This is why I had the open area here. So, so that the cameras can get a bit of both of us here. Okay, so I want you to keep your hands on that spoon at this point. Don't let it up, but I want you to imagine everything that I tell you to imagine. Does that make sense? Okay. I also do spoken word, so if you can't see very clearly, hopefully you can take something home with what I'm saying. So, look at me and tell me what you see. Do you see a man, a boy, a kid? See, me when I get all nice and pretty like and go on dates with the mirror, I'm single. It's a hard life out here. But I go on dates with the mirror and I see nobody else but me. No fancy names, just me. Angelique. I like doing this. Could you just imagine that spoon bending? Just imagine it. In your mind, that spoon that you signed is bending, bending, bending. Imagine the ink on the card is manipulating into a way that it makes it bend. See, for me, I'm a man with a drive too strong to have brakes. A boy with his heart sewed onto his sleeve. A kid who has an imagination so wide it can't be captured in just one single image. Yeah, that's me. The same me that believes that there's magic in the wind, and I take a deep breath to have it coursing through my body, becoming part of my genetics, having it course through my body right next to the red blood cells, part of my bloodstream. Yeah, I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. I know, right? Pokemon reference, because I'm a nerd that believes that anything can happen. No matter how far around, away from the realm it might seem. Now, Angelique, imagine that spoon bending and bending. Do you almost feel something? Be honest.
Almost, yeah.
So imagine it bending and bending and bending. Because I want to be the best, like no one ever was. That Pokemon reference that reminds me that I'm a nerd that wants anything to be possible. And I want to be able to do next to anything, keyword next to because the spoon is back there. But I want to be able to explain very little. A realm inside of my mind that only expands as far as my brain can run, a mind that never seems to run out of stamina. Inside of my lungs has magical air that never seems to run out. So the next time you run into someone that runs you right in front of that hurdle, what do you do when you feel like you don't know how to jump over it? Go right around it. There's no penalties here for taking shortcuts, unless the shortcuts are illegal. Then there's a penalty. Don't do any illegal stuff. Now imagine that spoon bending, bending, bending. Next time someone tells you that they know you better than you know yourself, I want you to imagine this moment. I want you to remember this moment. I want you to take this as a souvenir that reminds you and everyone in here that anything is possible the moment you believe in yourself. Because I've come from a world that believed that possible was everywhere. Now, Angelique. I really just like saying your name. Did you feel the spoon bend? So now, the cameras, I'm stepping on candles. The cameras, I'll step down. There we go. The cameras all over here. You guys got this shot here? Got to play to the cameras. Nobody else has to do that but me. Take your top hand off. You imagined it bending, seemingly impossible to do. Turn it over and see how your mind manipulated that piece of art. Show them. The signature is still. You guys got that on the cameras? So take this with you forever and pick your jaws up off the ground, guys. That anything, literally anything, is possible. Thank you. That's yours to keep.
Wow, that was awesome. What an inspiring act. Also amazing. Trance.
With that said, you've just been Trance. Thank you.
That was Trance. Let's give a hand for Trance, guys.